didn't feel like myself. I felt really sad. I felt like I hadn't accomplished anything. I felt like I should be doing more, and that's when it really hit me.
Ay, ay, ready for action, yeah, low key, they check for me on the internet. Fake love, cause they should know I've been a threat. So cold, bitches sick, think they need a vet. If I start texting hoes, they gon' be in crazy debt.
Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. It is your girl, the Notorious N.I.A, and I'm back today with a more serious topic to start off the new year. I personally did suffer from post-grad depression, and I feel like it's a topic that's not really spoken about. And if it is spoken about, it's spoken about after it's just gone way too far and people are already feeling like they can't dig themselves out of a hole, or they can't be what they want to be. So I'm gonna just base my conversation off of 5 ways that you know that you're suffering from post-grad depression, and then give you guys some advice. But I personally just really wanted to just tell my story because I am not a depressed person at all. I am extremely happy like 90% of the time. I definitely don't ever think I suffered from depression before. So this was something completely new to me, and it's not talked about. I feel like that needs to be canceled in 2019. We're going to get into how you know that you're suffering from post-grad depression. We're going to get into my story, and we're also just gonna, chat a little bit because I am trying to bring Notorious Nights back to my channel. I think I'm going to put this under that playlist, so if you guys want to check out my Notorious Nights playlist, it will be linked up in the cards. Today we gotta talk about the real. So my post-grad depression literally hit a month after I graduated. So I graduated on May 11th, 2018, and by my birthday, June 11th, 2018, I just didn't feel like myself. I felt really sad. I felt like I hadn't accomplished anything. I felt like I should be doing more, and that's when it really hit me like, oh shit. Like, you're grown, you're not going back to college, you need to get your life together, and all those thoughts started to flood my head. And honestly, that was the beginning of the end for me. That's when I knew that I was about to struggle. Alright guys, so the first thing that I feel like you're going to notice when you're going through this depression. Now, let me explain what I mean by post-grad depression and my personal definition that I'm using for this video. I believe there are people who are clinically depressed, and then I believe there are people who go through depressive states. I was going through a depressive state. I am not clinically depressed, okay? So when I talk about depression, I'm talking about a state that I was in at a certain period of time, and it caused me to be depressed. That period of time caused me to be depressed. First thing that I noticed is that I felt disorganized. When you're in college, especially for me, freshman year, I put myself on a schedule, and I kind of loosened up on myself as the years went on. But you're on a schedule. You go to class, you do your work, you do this, you go to parties. Like, you're on a schedule, and it's structure. There's structure around your life. And as soon as you graduate, there's no more structure. There's no more school unless you're going to grad school. So you don't really have a set path of where you're trying to go and what you're trying to achieve next. And sometimes you just honestly don't know. Let me tell you something, this job market is trash, okay? It is trash. That's one thing that I definitely felt when I was going through this. I was not organized at all, and I truly just felt like I had no purpose in my life. And it's ironic because my name means purpose, so I know I was put on this earth for a greater purpose, but I literally felt like I had zero purpose, and that killed me. Next thing that happens, or at least that happened to me, was your motivation diminishes. And quite frankly, I had zero motivation to do anything. Like, when I said I didn't want to do anything, I didn't want to do anything. I didn't even want to celebrate my 22nd birthday. But I put that together just because everybody kept asking me, what you doing for your birthday? What you doing for your birthday? And I just felt like I had to do something. But quite frankly, I was not in the mental state to celebrate my birthday. Like, I really just wanted to sit in my room and do nothing, but everybody was like, what are you doing for your birthday? What are you doing for your birthday? And then after my birthday, my best friend was like, yo, like, I want to give you a birthday gift. Like, tell me what you want to do. Tell me what you want to do. And she kept on asking me and asking me and asking me, and I just never gave her an answer because I didn't want to do anything. I had no motivation to do anything. And this is how I knew that it was starting to become a problem, because I'm one of those people who I absolutely cannot sit in my house and do nothing. And like, I literally get cabin fever. I was in my house every single day, and my parents were just like, that's odd, she's never here, like, why is she in the house? That was something that I noticed started to change about me, and I knew that something was wrong. It came down to the point where my younger brother would be going downtown to sell some sneakers or something, and he'll be like, you want to come with me? Like, come with me, like, let's go outside. And I feel like when it comes to the point where your little brother gotta drag you out the house, like, you need to get it together. And I was trying, but I literally just I really couldn't. So during this period of time, you're sitting in your room, so of course you're on social media, you're on Instagram, you're on Twitter, you're on Facebook, and you're just checking all these different forms of social media, and it seems like everybody else is perfectly fine and perfectly okay, and they're happy, they're going on vacations, they got a job, they go on to grad school. It literally looks like everybody else is excelling but you. And let me tell you something about social media. Do not believe the hype. And these are things that I know, but I let myself fall victim to, like, comparing, because in that mindset, that's all you can do. All you can do is compare yourself to other people, and you definitely should never do that. So I found myself just looking and being like, damn, like, why am I not on vacation? Damn, why am I not going to grad school? Damn, why the fuck don't I have a job? Like, I really was going through the motions. And social media is a front. People can say whatever they want. They can make up whatever lie they want. They might honestly believe they're happy and they're not happy. So I ran across a couple of posts where people actually were being honest, and they were like, yo, these past few months have been shitty. They have been the worst months of my life. And I could relate to that, and that brought me comfort, because I knew I wasn't the only person going through this. And trust me and believe me, you are not the only person going through this. And so pick up the phone, call your friends. Like, I had called one of my old sweet mates, and she was like, yo, I feel the same way. And she was really sad, and I was really sad. But is this post going on around on Instagram? Hold on, let me see if I can find it, and I'll insert it in the screen if I can find it. Literally during this whole period of time, that's all I was doing. I was giving people motivational speeches, and I personally was not motivated. So social media can definitely make you believe that you are on your own and nobody else feels the way that you feel. But just know that somebody else does feel the way that you feel, and you are not alone. This time it was really hard to differentiate, like, okay, you're doing okay, you're alright. Like, I graduated a month ago, and I just felt like my life was falling apart, and that's definitely not true. And I definitely don't want you guys to ever feel that way. So yeah, just keep in mind that what you see on social media is what people want you to see. People want you to see the good. Nobody's ever going to want you to see the bad, and that's just a real part of life. Like, the bad, the ugly, the good, it all comes with life, and you have to accept the bad for the bad and the good for the good. You're gonna want to be around a support system, but it might be a little challenging, because personally for me, I pushed away my support system. I didn't want to talk to my mom. I didn't want to talk to my dad. And you might think, okay, cool, you didn't want to talk to your family. Cool. No, I didn't want to talk to my friends either. Like, literally, people were asking me like, yo, you want to do this, you want to do that, and I didn't. I really didn't want to talk to anybody, and I feel like I pushed my friends away. But one of the things that irritated me about my friends while I was going through this, I felt like they couldn't see that I was hurting inside, and I just felt like it was very apparent and it was very obvious, and not a lot of people were checking on me, and that made me feel some type of way, because I'm just like, yo, I really could use a friend right now. And I feel like the only people who I could rely on at the time was my sister, who I met in college, and my ex-boyfriend, and I wasn't about to put all that pressure on him because we're no longer together. Last time I remember being that sad or remotely close to that sad was when my grandfather died sophomore year, and something else had happened to me before he had passed away, and I'm not really comfortable talking about that subject on here yet. I'm sorry, you guys. I was just in a really bad place my sophomore year, and I had the support because I was at school. So shout out to Tiffany and Alex, because they knew my grandfather died, so they were just very hands-on and making sure that I used to lock myself in my room, and they would not let me. They're like, come on, you have to go outside, like, come on, we're gonna go here, come on, we're gonna go there, Nia, open the door, like, let's talk. Like, they were very persistent, so I'm very grateful for them. Thank you guys so much if you've seen this. I had to grasp the concept of, like, the only person who can make you feel better is you. You're the only person who can make you feel better, and it was definitely a challenge because I'm just here screaming for help and I wasn't getting any. I went to school out of state. I went to school in DC. I'm from New York. So my high school friends are who I'm coming back to. My college friends were from all around, quite frankly. So to see them, you have to travel, and you have no source of income. So how can you travel? Like, y'all picking up what I'm putting down? So it was just really challenging, because I kept in touch with a lot of my high school friends, and so, like, it wasn't consistent. Like, I'm not calling you every day, and I feel like that's something that they understood, because we're all growing, we're all doing our own thing, we're all in college, it was a lot going on. So no, I did not call them every single day. Our relationships might have diminished. Now I'm in this place where I could really use a friend, and I'm forced to rely on my high school friends, but that connection has to be rebuilt, and that was something I could not do at the point in time that I was at. So a lot of them understand sometimes I can't talk to you 24/7, and I have other friends, and it may seem like I'm relating more to my other friends, but no, that's not the case. It's just that they've been around me for the past 4 years and you guys haven't. So I would never compare and contrast. And the thing about me is, when I give you the title best friend, you have that title for life. So it personally hurt me that they didn't reach out and they couldn't see, and but I couldn't expect that from them, and I'm sure they felt the same way about me, because like I said, I put myself in a box. I was not talking to anybody. Don't be like me. Try to stay in contact with your friends, because that is your support system. That is what you're going to want to rely on. Your family's going to know you the most, and that's reassuring enough, but you definitely want to have people outside of your family that you can talk to, and that's what friends are for. So definitely don't push your friends away, and it's very easy to do, but I'm letting you know, like, try not to do that, okay? If you feel like your life is at a standstill, that's definitely a part of post-grad depression. I felt like I was not moving, my life was stagnant, and I really hate to feel stagnant. I'm a person who likes to excel and succeed and keep going, and I really felt like I wasn't gonna keep going. I chose to pick myself up one day and stop feeling sorry for myself. You can't feel sorry for yourself during this. It won't work. You won't bring yourself out of it. So initially I wanted to talk to somebody outside of my family, because my family, they didn't they know me, so they knew I was upset, but they didn't understand why I was upset, because they were so proud of me. I had just accomplished so much. I had just graduated college, magna cum laude. Like, I was the golden child at the time. So they just didn't understand like what's going on. But for me, I never wanted there to be a pause, a stop, a wait, none of that. I just wanted to keep progressing, keep excelling, keep the success going. And like I said, my friends were not really present during this time, so I chose to reach out to a psychiatrist, like somebody who I could talk to and just let her know how I felt. I would have to see the social worker first to make sure that like there's no abuse going on. I went to go see the social worker and she was looking at me like, girl, like, why are you here? Like, you seem perfectly fine. You seem like you have a very strong head on your shoulders. You seem very confident. You know what you want. You know what you're trying to do. So why are you here? She couldn't understand why I felt the way that I felt. And she told me that I was battling myself. I was having a battle with myself. Honestly, that was true, but I needed a solution to this problem, and she couldn't provide it for me. So she did recommend that I go talk to a psychiatrist. I talked to the psychiatrist, and she was another one looking at me like, are you okay? Like, are you alright? Like, hello, what's going on? So yeah, she didn't get it much either, and I only saw both the social worker and the psychiatrist once, and that was because I took it upon myself to fix my own problem. I'm the only person, like I said before, who can help myself overcome it. So I took it upon myself to reach out to some people that I made connections with while I was in college, and that was the best decision I could have made. I was so fucking tired of being told that I can't do something, and the only person who was really telling me that was me. I was telling myself, you can't do this, you're not gonna succeed. Like, that's what was going on in my head. Basically what I'm saying is, you guys have to be your own motivation. This topic is real, okay? And that's why I wanted to bring it to my channel. I definitely want this channel to be a place where you can come and be like, I relate, I understand that, I get that, she's right. That's how I want you to feel. And I just want to say to anybody out there, if you're suffering and if you don't know and you feel like what I was talking about might relate to you, you're not alone. I definitely want to send a word out to the people who are about to graduate, or if you have graduated, everybody who this might relate to. You are not alone. Do not compare yourself to anybody else. You are going to be okay. Okay? You are going to be okay. And if you keep on telling yourself that in your head, I promise you everything will work out. Because once I started telling myself that I was going to be okay, I was okay. And if you're still in college, don't be scared. I'm not trying to scare you. I'm trying to inform you, because this is, like I said, this is not talked about, and I don't understand why. But keep in mind that this can happen and try to avoid it from happening. Honestly, you don't have to get a job right after you graduate college. Like, it's okay to take a break. And in 2019, I have put my focus on like my vision, like what I want for myself, and constantly motivating myself and telling myself affirmations. One app that I want to suggest to you guys is called Selfish Babe. It sends you like affirmations and things that you can just tell yourself a day, and it really helps because when you read it in first person. So you read it as if you're saying it, and that's definitely, I feel like, important. And they have podcasts on there. That's something I'm trying to get into. I just really wanted to be open about what I've been through. I was planning on doing this video for the longest and never did, so I'm happy that I did it so I can share my experience with you guys. And I thank you guys for watching this video as always, and I plan on being more consistent in 2019, so I'll keep you guys updated. I'll see you in my next video. Peace.